Raymond posting this video to our Now Local News app today. The sun breaking through the clouds in Foster. It's a nice look. Beautiful Foster there. The trees, the clouds, the blue, which we haven't seen in a while because it's been gray. But not gray today. Let's send things over to Storm Tracker Chief Meteorologist Jeff Benson. Live in the Weather Channel. I want to do a little gray for you, but also your reaction to talking about hurricanes here in March for June.
Yeah, it certainly does look that way, John. And one of the things, actually, Tiff and I, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago, is that little section down in, we'll call it, we have Tornado Alley here, call it Hurricane Alley, way down here where a lot of those storms form out along the Atlantic basin. That water temperature almost as warm back in February as it could be in June or July. That is concerning, as well as just the overall pattern. Looks like we may juice things up a little bit. El Nino years typically lower on the hurricane side. If we're in an El Nino neutral or La Nina, that would be a pattern, and we will talk much more about why that is, but that would typically indicate more of an active hurricane season, and we are trending a little bit of a lower El Nino towards a neutral phase. So that plus the warmer water is a little concerning for sure. As we're talking about the spring outlook, much of the country expected to be warmer than average. Some strong signals for warmer weather over the Great Lakes. Slightly weaker warm signal, but warm nonetheless here from April, May, and June here in southern New England. And it's a wet prognosis. Interesting little polygon here from the deep south all the way up towards the upper Midwest. Not a strong signal here in New England, but slightly. You can see that little edge of the lightest green here indicating maybe a slight bit wetter than average. That's not that surprising the way things have been. We have picked up so much rain this month, still stuck on 9.72 inches. Trust me, that's going to change very quickly through the end of the week. We'll get well over 10 inches. We'll be the number 2 wettest March on record here for Providence. Again, half of that is where we would typically be, about 4.5 inches. So we've doubled the amount of rain so far this month. Today, 57. It was a milder day for sure, and it felt nicer out there. 51 is our average, so a little bit above their record. 81 degrees. That certainly seems nice, but seems so far away the way things have been trending this week. Take a look at the temperatures right now. About the same here in Providence. Much of the inland areas got close to 60 degrees today. Our poor friends down at the coast, man. Ugh, what a difference. Look at the Cape, 42 right now, 46 in Falmouth. Struggled to hit 50 down in South County as well because of that little south wind. As we zoom things out, this is our cold front. I told you it was expansive, right? We're talking about the southern Canada and the Maritimes all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico here. So, I mean, the entire eastern seaboard, thousands of miles long here. And it's a slow mover, and we talked about why that is a little bit at 4 o'clock. You've got high pressure here, low pressure here. Both are kind of spinning winds back towards the coast, and that's an east wind, an onshore flow. Meanwhile, our front's trying to move west, so it slows down, almost stalls just over our area here. Moderate to maybe some bursts of heavy rain, but the trend for that heavier stuff is a little bit offshore, so that's good news there. We still have the flood watch in effect for tomorrow, and then we will start to see the rain tapering off Friday morning into the afternoon, maybe some sun right around sundown, and then a beautiful Easter weekend, seasonable temperatures, and a little breezy, but, we'll take the sun, we'll take the seasonable temperatures. So, yeah, that's the rain we're looking at. Again, a little bit offshore at this point for the heaviest of the rain, but it's still going to be a wet day. It's still going to kick our rivers back into that minor flood stage. We'll dry things out, but we are looking at the next round of rain coming in towards the middle of next week. But it's nice to have that dry weather and the sunny weather and the seasonable temperatures timing out with Easter weekend.